What's happening, chicks? Y'all ready for a move? Ready to take a move? Get it, Stivers. What's up, ladies? You have a good day? I hear you, Charlie. I hear you. I'm coming. So we use something called Molly's Herbals for our goats. It's a preventative for worms. It does not cure worms. So if your goat has worms, this isn't going to do it, but it helps keep them away. So there's a two-step formula. One is every 6 weeks that you do for 3 days straight. And then this one is a every week supplement that you do for the goats. And there's a bunch of different ways to apply it. What we have found the most successful is just putting it directly on their food, because they also do like the taste of it. Our goats, they get it, and we have no worm issues so far. Fingers crossed. Eat up, dude. Eat up. Hey, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. Oh, no loves right now? No loves right now? Come here, dude. My buddy, my pal, my friend, my buddy. Charlie doesn't like me bothering him while he eats. Not the biggest fan of that. But him and I, we became buds. He's my old pal. So now it's the pig time. So for the piggos, if anyone is interested, we would like to sell them and not take them with us. As great of a pet as they've been, when we get there, we're gonna have a perfect setup for our goats and chickens to start, and we'll have to set up something for the pigs. I don't want to just immediately jump right into it, because you really want them kind of in a specific area that you want. So we are going to downsize on them. So if anybody is interested, that's Miss Pieces. We paid $575 for her at a little over a year old. She is now around 15 to 16 months. And for Coonies, they take about 18 months. So she is ready for market, or she could be a future sow. Right now she's a gilt. She has not had a litter of pigs yet. You know, make us an offer. We would like, we obviously don't want to try to make a profit here because we're downsizing. But if you are seriously interested, shoot us a message. Boots, who's behind her, is our boar. He is right around the same age. He's much smaller in size though, so he is not ready to head to the butcher. But they are around the same age. He's an American Guinea Hog mix. I don't know, maybe $100 or something like that for him. But I do have a plan. I can get them in the trailer and feed them in there and lock them in, and we can deliver if need be, or at least meet somewhere to get them out. But if you're interested, they are for sale to downsize. I know, Pieces. I'm sorry, girl. It's just, you just, not the right time. I'm sorry. If we have to take her, we'll take them. It won't be a big deal. But we would like to downsize so we can start fresh and not just throw things together. Go eat, girl. It's fine. I ain't gonna bother you. This camera ain't gonna bother you either. Now off to the ladies in the front. They've been doing good. We've been getting plenty of milk. And we are excited to take them and breed them this fall. I think that's one of our most exciting things that are still coming up. That has nothing to do with our move. It's happening no matter what. We don't want to miss our time frame to get them bred. But you know, our experienced goat owners, I think now, and we're super excited for our first breeding season. So you haven't got to see them in a while. So we definitely wanted to make sure that you all get to see the animals. It's been so much craziness happening with, you know, every step of the way in the move. There's always something new. It feels like every minute. And we've been continuously doing this, but we wanted to make sure that we were still showing them, because we know y'all falling in love with our animals just as much as we have. And so when you don't get to see old Charlie for a little while, start missing him. So last night before Jen and I went to bed, the wind picked up so strong. Like, I was like, are we about to have a tornado? Like, what's going on? Chelsea, that thing just hit me in the face. I was like, what is happening right now? Thankfully, it was just a thunderstorm with a lot of wind. but everything held on. But our corn, whew, took one massive beating. Everything is laid over. It blew the opposite way from our cattle panels because the cattle panels have been helping holding them up. But they're all laid down. We have sun today. Some are starting to come back up, but my goodness, they got a beating. But on another note, we do have corn. And go.
So this showed up out of nowhere. We have no idea what it is. It volunteered, or I don't know. I have no idea. But it's really pretty, and it's putting off these little flowers.
But they're beautiful blue flowers. They were out for like one day, and then they completely just went away.
But now we've got some more coming, and this one's not blue.
Yeah, it was, like
so I have no idea. Does anybody know what that is? No clue. It's not putting off any fruit. It's just a flower.
Right. Let us know down in the comments what kind of weed / thing this is.
The garden. Sorry. Yeah. The garden is wild at this point.
But doing awesome.
Yeah. It's just is what it is.
Yeah, we are. Our mental capacity is so far past what it can hold that we're just maintaining. It's 100% maintaining, harvesting what we can, but really that's about it. Harvesting what we can, giving away basically all of our veggies because we have a lot already canned that could provide us, if say everything just hit south, we would be good for a year right now. So we're not trying to can much because we don't want to have to move much.
And we're out of room. The pantry is as full as it can get. We don't have anywhere to put it, and we have to move it somehow. We've got to figure out how to pack it up and move it with nothing getting damaged. And
right. And the great part is the new house, and if you missed our live last night, well, Monday night, it depends on when you're watching this. So we actually got the text during the live that our offer and their offer and all documents have been signed for the stone house. Yay. We've got it. It's super excited. We are just over the moon.
It's even showing pending on realtor.com, which is the coolest thing ever, to see that and know that it's because of us.
It's because of us, and that's really exciting. So our dream home is finally on the way to being ours. We close in later September. We've got to get through inspection, appraisals, and all that stuff that you got to do.
Which we have set up. So
we do have set up. This morning was just a tornado. It was chaos. And then it slowed down, and we're like, well, we're bored.
Yeah.
Like, we've been going such a mile a minute. And when it like took an hour off, it's like, what is this?
Right.
We can relax for a second.
Yeah.
But anyways, we do have the stone house. We cannot be more excited to go there. And the opportunities, especially with not running out of room like we do here when it comes to canning, gardening, farming, all of those things.
The full basement is going to be our root cellar / laundry / maybe hangout if we finish it. But it stays really, really cold. So it's got shelves on the wall. We're going to add more, and we can put all our food down there, provided it gets transferred safely.
Right. So what's next for us? What are we doing right now to get ready for that end of September timeframe?
So first and foremost, we're packing. We've got to get boxes and start packing things up. We're not huge decluttering, but we've got to decide on what toys to take and what toys not to take, because the kids have every toy that the store possibly even has. And we've got to downsize a little because they don't play with them. So.
Yeah, and when we say downsize, we mean give away, not throw away.
Yeah, we're going to donate to somebody that can enjoy them after our kids have, because they've loved them very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, packing is a big priority, decluttering when we can. Well, we still have showings on the house, so we have to try to keep our house clean and get out when we have to and judge around that. So that's been a blast.
Yeah, when you have a 4- and a 7-year-old, and tell them, be like, all right, we've got to keep this house clean. So if you play with toys, make sure you put them back. Yeah. Like, come on, y'all. Yeah, if you got kids, you know that they don't just put them back.
So we're constantly running behind them, putting things up and putting them where they're supposed to be, getting the crumbs off the tables and lighting diffusers and all that kind of stuff.
Get the smell going.
And everything.
Because we had a pooper incident again. So we were like, thank goodness we did not have a showing today, so the pooper wasn't an issue. Because that sure would have been fun.
Yeah.
We like telling like stories during our lives, so make sure you join them on Monday nights, because on videos they kind of take too long to drag out, and they're we can just talk for an hour.
Yep.
So we have that coming next Monday. We'll talk about our new pooper story.
Yeah.
I am so happy when I can just throw that thing in the dump.
I'm ready.
And have a flushing toilet.
Yep.
I wish I could almost say what Raylan says.
Right.
So what do we do? What are we doing when we do have downtime? What's going through our minds? What are we thinking? What we're really prioritizing is, what's the first things we got to do when we get down there?
Yeah, that and shopping on Amazon.
And shopping, yeah.
I have no style. I have no clue how to put things together and use colors and all that fun stuff. So I'm trying to like give myself a crash course between Pinterest and Amazon and Chip and Joanne, trying to figure out what in the world I'm going to put in this house to not make it look bad. Like it's beautiful, so I got to not ruin that somehow.
She looked at me, she said, we're gonna have to buy some new clothes because our redneck selves ain't gonna fit up in that kitchen.
We're not. You saw us in the video, like we didn't fit in that house.
We do fit in that house. And maybe they just needed a little cut-offs and a little sweat just dripping on the marble. Someone's over here eating on the job. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, these green beans, the Kentucky pole beans, I believe, is that
Kentucky Wonder pole beans.
Kentucky Wonder pole beans are one of the best green beans that we've ever grown.
They're so meaty.
They're so good, and even if they go a little too long, you have more room for error. The beans don't get too big and doesn't get tough. That's a really good pole bean if you're interested. So some of our immediate projects when we get there that we've got to do. The first thing is probably our dogs, because it's not fenced in there, and so Rusty isn't the best at hanging around with me. No. If he sees a rabbit, he's gone. Now all the rest of them, I have faith we have enough room. They can wander, but
they're loyal.
Yeah, they usually stay close to my side. But Rusty won't. As much He'll thinks,
take off and we'll never see him again.
Yeah, he thinks I'm gonna die over everything.
Yes. Our blade of grass sways the wrong way, and Daddy's in trouble.
Yes.
Rusty is to the rescue.
So, and he takes off and he just leaves me by myself to die alone. So we've got to get some form of fencing going on for them. They obviously are not trained on electrical fencing, so I've got to throw some kind of permanent thing up, but like temporary permanent.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we can use like leashes and those things. There's plenty of trees that we can like connect a thing to the house and a thing to a tree. Yeah. And they can run back and forth until we get the fence up.
Yeah, and just bring them in and out and just take them out.
Rusty's really the only one that will have to do that. The rest will be fine.
The problem is though, if Rusty's watching everyone else be free, he's gonna bark a lot, which he barks a lot anyway. So we have to figure him out. That's one of our top priorities. Second is all the rest of our animals, getting the fencing set up in the barns. Really, Ellie? I mean, she does this in the background of every video. She's either pooping, peeing, or puking. And right now she just puked, so because she ate grass. That's fun. But anyways, we got to worry about the other animals, the goats, the chickens, maybe the pigs, unless someone gets them. Yeah. But we've got to be able to get them hooked at, like, the thing is, I can't go sit down fence and then we take them in there because they're in the fence. Right. You know what I mean? So like we have to put them in the trailers, pull up the fence, move all that down at one time, put up the fence, and let them out. Yeah. So that's a second priority, but getting off that stuff, like a greenhouse is huge. Yes. Starting to set up garden plots. Yeah. Start small, but you know, when spring comes, we're gardeners. We got to plant something. So getting that set up, maybe not the long-term garden, but at least be able to get something in the ground. And then the pantry probably, the root cellar, getting the shelves up, getting all that stuff. That's some of the immediate priorities that we're thinking in our head. Yeah. If you all have moved to a new homestead, what was some of the first things you did? Like help us out with some ideas. We started this from the ground up, and that was 5 years ago. So our memories, you know, we did everything backwards. Yeah. So let us know the right way to do it. If you haven't moved somewhere, what were some of the first things that you all did? The house needs zero work. Yeah, so that's a great thing. Yeah, that's nothing. That's just moving in, normal stuff.
We'll get it all done though. It'll be fun.
Yep. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's crazy. We want to keep you all updated. We are super excited to have the stone house. Literally our dreams are fulfilled on getting that, and just the opportunities that are rolling through our head. It's hard to slow them down. Yeah. But
at least we have a date. We know when we're going, so that's good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Just fingers crossed everything goes good from now till then, because I've heard horror stories between that. So we're trying not to get ourselves too excited, but also be excited, if you know what I mean. All right, y'all, if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe down below. She's gonna go check more farmhouse decor on Amazon, and I'm gonna start looking at garage stuff on Amazon because I got a garage. That's super exciting. So I gotta figure out what people do with that thing.
Yeah. All right, we love you.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.